Hey, everybody in the room, we're gonna get ready to get started. So if y'all can keep y'all voices down, throw the phones on mute, please.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that?
No, I was just saying we're gonna get ready to get started. If y'all can keep it down in there and put the phones on mute, please. Let me hold it down for y'all. On this damn phone. You know what I mean? We'll be down. I got you, man. Don't worry about it. Good to go. Oh yeah. I was like, y'all about to say y'all shout out rocket thoughts to all the brothers. Y'all Shamala thought about shit. Y'all shout out all the sisters, man. This is the I.S.U.P.K out of 125th, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Right. This is our Sabbath service. You know, a very traditional service where we usually we have a young man come up and read in the Tanakh, but today we got a seasoned priest that's going to read in the Hebrew so we can continue to pass forward our language and customs and culture to the younger generation, okay? So just bear with us. We're going to read 7 scriptures. If you've been following along, for the weeks, we are in Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, the 21st verse. We're going to read 7 scriptures, all right? And it's continuing on. We're going to do that every week. We read 7 in the Tanakh in the ancient Hebrew, and then we translate it into English tongue, the real speaking in tongues, not like your Christian church, who say all that nonsense, and it doesn't mean anything. The scriptures say when you speak in another tongue, it must be translated, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to, so just bear with us through this whole situation, and everything you hear, like I said, will be translated, all right? That's good.
Upon Hakidam, the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kadah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Taba'ah. Radazaka. I.S.U.P.K. Baharatazah. Kawah. Bashamayim. Thunder now. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalak now. Kabuwapi now. Kasalak now. Kabuwapi now. Wala'ah. Abayan now. Banasai one. Kabal. Kawashaya now. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapar. Lawalayam. Aman.
All right. We're going to get it. That was the Lord's Prayer. We're going to also get it in English. All right. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Hebrews 121 in the Hebrew. Ayasha. Ayanya. Alahari. Mayan. Yabaa. Azaria. Ain. Yahweh. Asha. Shemayim. Warapaza. Aliyatana. Lamawat. Regalka. Alyanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shalmar. Yashala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Zalka. Yad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Waliala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Call. Right. Yashimar. Apnapashka. Yahweh. Yashimar. Tazaka. Wabawaka. Mayata. Alright? I will learn.
All right, that's Psalms 121. We're going to read it in English. I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
to the hills.
unto the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon our right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all. The Lord shall preserve thee from all
The
evil.
Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Prayer for the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Baba Kashah. The Thunder now. Hakak. Arpa Call Makala. Call Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Numataz Ryan. Hakak. Lahaku. Maki. Hakak. Arakawa. Atama'ala. The Garshan. Bashim Yahushua. The Warama.
All right. This is the power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to
Raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against us.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Prayer bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Barak Lanau. YAHANNA. YAHANNA. Sapari. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magun. Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once.
Hey, and if you're on the internet, you can also type the name in. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, go ahead and type the name of your loved one in, and we'll send that prayer with you as well. Okay.
Israelite school U.P.K.
Israelite school U.P.K.
Benjamin. Jamie. Ali. Whitney. McIntosh family. Raphael. Azariah. Kayal. Young man B. All of Israel.
I.S.U.P.K, Minnesota.
I.S.U.P.K, Minnesota.
All of Israel. Yahweh.
Yahushua.
Angels. Generals. Captains. Officers. Troopers. Students. Sisters. Children. All of Israel.
I.S.U.P.K, Minnesota. I.S.U.P.K, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
All I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Dooley.
Denzel.
Lil Carl.
Jakar.
Jonah. Isabella.
The Rollins family. The Slaughter family. The Willises. All of Israel.
Bashim Yahushua. The Warama.
All right, what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us in Israel. In the school. Bless, heal, shield, and protect. Our loved ones. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damiyah.
Al-Damiyah.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashaqwa.
Al-Tashaqwa.
All. YAHANNA.
YAHANNA.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
YAHANNA.
One.
Ra'ash.
Ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Mak.
Yarayumwa.
Yarayum.
Sawara.
Sawara.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Yatazawa.
Yatazawa.
Atazwapaka.
Al-Mak.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Unakidun.
Unakidun.
Medallion.
Medallion.
Wala.
Wala.
There's a car.
That's called
Sham.
Sham.
Yashala.
Yashala.
Wada.
Wada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Yatazawa.
Yatazawa.
Abba.
Abba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Bariyah.
Bariyah.
Yakarakwa.
Yakurakwa.
Alia.
Ali.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Washima.
Washima.
Alayum.
Alayum.
Moaba.
Moab.
Wagari.
Wagari.
Ball.
Ball.
Waimawan. Malak.
Malak.
Kalashah.
Kalashah.
Ain.
Ain.
Yashabia.
Yashab.
Gam.
Gam.
Ashawar.
Ashur.
Nilawa.
Nalawa.
Ayawa.
Ayaw.
Zarwa.
Zarwa.
Abanya.
Abanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Selah. Shah.
Ashab.
Laham.
Laham.
Madi.
Madi.
Tasiyasara.
Asiyasara.
Kayabi.
Kayabi.
Banakaol.
Banakaol.
Kayashwan.
Kayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandar.
Bayandar.
Ayawa.
Ayaw.
Daman.
Daman.
Ladam.
Ladam.
Sayatamba.
Satam.
Nara.
Nara.
Ya.
Ya.
Mawa.
Mau.
Kayara.
Kayra.
Wakazaaba.
Wakazahab.
Wakazabat.
Wakazabah.
Wakatazal.
Wakazah.
Manai.
Nai.
Call.
Call.
Nasakamba.
Nashkam.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Narasha.
Naracha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sayatamba.
Satam.
Gadalka.
Go.
Quash.
Gwash.
Panya.
Pan.
Raka'a.
Raka'a.
Kaash.
Kash.
Tabara.
Tabar.
Yara.
Yar.
Wa.
Wa.
Kalahaba.
Kalahab.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Harim. Khan.
Khan.
Dardatma.
Ardan.
Barasaraka.
Basarak.
Wabasa.
Wabas.
Wapaka.
Kap.
Tabalaham.
Kalaham.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Dalawan.
Dalawan.
Wabakaswa.
Wabakash.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahaw.
Yabashwa.
Yabash.
Waba'awa.
Wabaw.
Aida.
Ai.
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 Wakapara.
Wakapar.
Wabadwa.
Wabad.
Wadawa.
Wadaw.
Kayaka.
Kayak.
Shamka. Yahawa.
Yahaw.
Wabaka.
Bak.
Alyawan.
Ali.
Ah. Call.
Call.
Rakaza.
Alright.
All right. That was Psalms 83. This is in the English. Keep not thy silent, O God.
Keep not thy silent, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They crafty counsels against thy people.
They have consulted against thy hidden
They
ones.
have consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off.
and let us cut them off
From being a nation.
Being a nation.
That the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Israelites,
of Moab
Moab,
and the Hungarians,
and the Hungarians,
the Baal
Baal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek
and Amalek,
and the Philistines
Philistines,
and the inhabitants of
with
Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre,
I.S.U.P.K
I.S.U.P.K.
is also joined with
is
them.
also joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of
They have hope in
light.
the children of light.
Salah.
Who unto them
Unto the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites,
As to Sisera. To Ben.
as to Jubbalim,
At the brook of
at
Kison.
the brook of Kison,
Was perished at Endor.
was perished in the road.
They have become as dung for the earth.
It has become as dung for the earth.
Make that noble
Make no noble sacrifice.
and like thee.
And like thee,
Yea.
yea,
All the princes
All
of Zabuk, all the princes of Zabak,
all the princes of Ziba,
and as Zalamuna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
house of God
the house of God
in possession.
in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
that stumble before the wind,
that stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the
as
wood,
the fire burning wood,
as the flame setteth the mountains on
as the
fire.
flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy
and
storm,
make them afraid with thy storm.
fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame,
that they might seek thy name.
That they might seek thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded in trouble
let them be confounded in trouble.
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yeah.
let them be put to shame
Let them be put to shame.
and perish.
Perish.
That men may know
That men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
are the most high
are the Most High,
over all the earth.
of all the earth.
I.S.U.P.K. power structures. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and
and
earth.
all things live.
All things live.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh,
listen to us now.
listen to us now.
Right now.
right now,
Send evil and curses.
evil and curses,
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
to the heathen
That speak against
that
us.
speak against
Thy
us,
prophets.
thy prophets,
Thy teachers.
thy teachers,
Thy princes.
thy princes,
Thy priests.
thy priests,
Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers,
And the school.
and the school.
Send evil and curses.
Send evil and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To the
destruction.
heathen.
The heathen,
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure
Of the rich of Israel.
of the rich of Israel,
That refuse to give to the
that
school.
refuse to give to the
give to
school.
the school.
What's their riches?
What's their riches?
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Into thy sanctuary.
Send evil and curses.
Send evil and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To
destruction.
the Edomites.
The Edomites.
And their nation.
And their nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
And court systems.
Court systems.
Prison systems.
Prison systems.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinhead.
Skinhead.
Ozzy Kamatata.
Hospital.
The gay movement.
Gay movement.
Lesbian movement.
Lesbian
movement.
Spies.
Spy.
Burglary witchcraft.
Burglary witchcraft.
National space program.
National space program.
Army. Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines. Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airwaves.
And the airwaves.
Cable access channel.
Cable access channel.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of our people.
Convict the spirit of any of our people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
Bring swift destruction.
Bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
That try to stop us.
Or try to stop
From
us.
broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plague.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume
Through
them.
the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief
And the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahushua.
Let Yahushua.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Down flying saucers.
Punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
Come up against us.
As we speak thy
As
word.
we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That is the angels that have done
That
it.
is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake it that come.
Cause it to shake it that come.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. Sorry.
I don't want to look at him. Look at him. No, that one. Y'all started to each other. And y'all both salute each other.
Y'all about your own Shabbat.
Sorry.
YAHANNA.
You had it back to production.
Y'all means to Israel.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, shop, yeah. I didn't see the shop.
Oh, you shop it. See it.
All right, so we finna get to, like I was saying earlier, for people who just got with us, we are going to read, we are in Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, the 21st verse, continuing on from previous weeks. This is the Sabbath service, so we read 7 verses out of the Tanakh in the ancient Hebrew, and then we will translate it into the English. All right, so just bear with us and follow along in Ezekiel 7th chapter, all right?
We're going to 28, right? 27. Okay. One after the Yahweh. Bayad. Azariah. Labaz. Wala Wallah Shah Ayah Arataza Lashalalala Wakalawa Wakalalawa. Verse 22. Watabawa Daya Panya Ma'am Wakalalawa Tasapawanya Wabawa Power Wak Tazayam Wakalawa. Verse 23. Aisha Harat Wakwa Kaya Arat Mala Mashapat Mayam Wayara Mala Kamas Wabatia Raya Gawayam Wayashara Yawa Las Batiyam Washabatia Gawan Azayam Wanak Lawa Makwad Shayam. Verse 25. Kwapada Ba Wabakosh Yawa Shalom.
Wait, no, it's Shalom. But I know, but it's not all the way accurate. He's always told it's supposed to say Shalom.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Shalom.
It's a lot.
That's the read.
Yeah, come on, yeah,
That's
it's a lot.
the way it reads.
I always have it in my mind when I say that, but I always switch it to say Shalom because that's really what it's supposed to say.
Matter of fact, I think it's the first time I read Shalom in the
Come, yeah.
Wayan, verse 26. Awa. Awa. Tabawa. Washamai. Shamawaya. Daya. Wabakwa. Shawa. Kazawan. Manab. Ya. Watawa. Ra. Darbad. Makan. Wide Tazah. Mazakwa. Nayam. Verse 27. Amalak. Atabal. Wanash Yah. Yalabash. Shamama. Wad Daya. Ain. Arakaza. Kaba. Lana. Madar. Kaam. Aisha. Adam. Wabam. Shapat. Yam. Ashapatam. Wayad. Ayawa. Kaya. Anya. Yahweh.
So now that was good, man. That brother did an excellent job. You know, like I said, a lot of times we have, you know, a younger man,
Yeah.
a younger man will read, you know, just to, like I said, to pass down the culture and the language down to our younger. The brother did an excellent job. It always feels good to get back to our language. You know, a lot of us think we don't have traditions, but we do. I'm saying it's here in the I.S.U.P.K. community, you can learn all of it.
That's right.
And part of that culture is the ancient Hebrew word that we are now we're gonna go ahead and translate it to the English. What is the It's a other one like that.
I'm not sure.
No, it's only the classes.
Black one?
It's
Oh, I haven't seen it. Yeah, oh, I know what you're talking about. I have not seen it. It's a lot. I have not seen it. It's a lot. Sorry. I haven't seen it before.
It's all good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Okay, go.
So I'll get there with y'all. So like I said, we're gonna read in Ezekiel. We at the 7th chapter, 21st verse. All right.
All right, I'm ready.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 21.
And just for people who don't know, Ezekiel, he was a hell of a prophet and teacher and priest, man. He was charged with a heavy task that we do here in the U.P.K. every Saturday, where we got to go out and warn the people of the destruction that's to come if they don't change their ways.
Okay. And
it can be such a burden, man. And it was such a burden for this brother, so he went through hell, with his family, and because we once you take this oath to put the Most High first and put the work of the Lord above anything else, the Lord holds you to that.
Right.
And Ezekiel was a good example of that, man. Like,
right.
He put things before the Most High, even his wife. You know what I'm saying? And she wound up getting put to death behind that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the scripture say, the Lord is a jealous God.
That's right.
And that's not when Jonah tried to run away from the
right.
from doing what the Lord wanted him to do. You know what I'm saying? He got thrown over into the mouth of a big fish, which he called hell, and eventually happened to get in order and do the work of the Lord.
Right.
So be careful of this. It's all a cautionary tale of being careful of the things that you put before the Most High, because they will be taken away. You know what I'm saying? They can be taken away. And the brother Ezekiel, that was a tough thing he had to go through, because he was putting his life before the work of the Lord, and his work was too important for that. And the Lord even told him he wasn't even able to cry for her after she was put to death.
Right.
So it's real serious.
So and he still had to go to camp.
And he still had to go out there and do the work, and could not cry about it. Go ahead.
And so I was going to say, we just actually broke down some of the names. If you can look right here, Jonah's right here. YAHANNA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Ezekiel too. Just reading a majority of the book and just hearing all the shit that happened to him.
Yeah.
His name means God will strengthen.
Okay. Right.
Yes, and that makes sense.
That was definitely
that makes sense.
Strength of the Lord because he didn't want to do that. Man. Man, like I said, it's a tough task to go out there where people, hate you. Some people, get some love and people hear you.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you go out there, you get, berated and, you get, be told to, that you're crazy. And all you trying to do is show love and wake people up and warn them of the destruction that comes, so they can be protected and get under the protection of the Most High. But like the scriptures call it, we are a stiff-necked, hard-headed people, and we are tough people, man, and it can be brutal. So Ezekiel did not want to go out and do his work. So the scriptures just to give you a little bit of what's going on. We had the 7th verse. Go ahead.
No, you 7 and 21.
Oh, okay. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 21. And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey.
Mm-hmm. So, excuse me. So he will give it into the hands. So this is all the punishments, so that the people was going through. Like, if you don't, what I'm saying, this is what the Lord was doing to these people, or what Ezekiel was warning and what the Lord was saying he was going to do, how he was going to turn his back on them, and they wasn't going to know nothing. Like, we came out of it now because we got the truth. But if you was here with us before, you would see like he, took away the priests from them, took away the truth from them, so they wouldn't know nothing about the truth,
Right.
or how to fix themselves. And this was their last warning. This was their last chance that he had some kind of mercy on them. Like, this is it. But after this, after either you come, you gonna hear him, or you don't, you're gonna be put to death. Right. So he ain't gonna have no pity on you, no nothing on you. You know what I'm saying? His eyes will not spare you.
Right.
His hand will not have pity on you, like, because you've been warned. You've been warned over and over again, and you want to be hard-headed. You want to believe in the thing. You want to believe in you. You want to believe in the things that you've been doing forever. Your granddaddy, was a drug dealer. Your daddy was a drug dealer. Now you want to be a drug dealer, and a pimp, and a hustler, whatever you call yourself, and perpetuate those generational curses that we have as a people. And same thing with what I do. They want to continue to perpetuate the promiscuous lifestyle, being strippers and promiscuous women, and just being out there. And a lot of them, you got a lot of women out here want to trap queens and want to sell a lot of drugs and things as well.
Right.
Dibbling and homosexuality and things like that. So and it's like a perpetual thing. Like it's insanity. It's like if you look back at your generation, you can see that your family has been doing these things for generations and generations, and you continue to perpetuate the lifestyle like it's doing something better for our people. It's still ahead, okay? And so that's what the Lord is saying. Like, so if you did miss out, man, just read from the beginning of this chapter. If you missed out last week, and see how upset the Lord is with us. And it kind of reminds me of today, what I'm saying, how the Lord is punishing us, what I'm saying, got us, confused. You don't even know if a woman you're talking to an actual woman these days.
Right.
What I'm saying? That's a tough thing to have to ask somebody to see their birth certificate now, because you don't know if it's a woman or even a man sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Some of these men, like we just talked about them snap-on waves.
Right.
Women getting their breasts, women getting their breasts chopped off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Got fake rods on. It's out of hand. It's a tough time to live in, man. And those things are counted as normal. Okay, that's what's even more bad. Like, when you come up against it, that's the problem. Like the general was bringing out the other day. Like, he couldn't even say he was going to kill the Dykes or something, but he could talk about all the drug dealing he was going to do, how many niggas he was going to kill. But they bleeped out when he said, I'm going to kill all the Dykes too. They bleeped out the Dykes part. Like, that's the foul thing. That's when he went too far. So forget all the drugs he just said about killing his community with. Forget all the raping and robbing. He just said he was going to, he was not raping, but robbing and, the community he was going to do, and all the killing. That don't matter. Because we don't care about niggas and their problems. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about perpetuating this idea that niggas is nothing and you can just kill them, and, all that stuff is okay to say on the mainstream. But when you start talking about gay people and killing Dykes, you cross the line.
Right.
It's disgusting.
Right.
So that's what they was going through back then. We've been through many slaveries in hell, but this is what Ezekiel, was preaching and teaching back then. And this is one of the end times and that we was going through. Okay, so go ahead, keep going.
And to the wicked of the earth for spoil.
Right, and that's we are getting to the earth and it's spoiled. Like they take everything from us, our culture, customs. Like I said, I think they just did the other day said Eminem was the best rapper, the most lyrical rapper. Like everything that's ours, they take it and make it. Like they spoil us. You know what I mean? Like and like our sisters, we got our sisters out here perpetuating this whole thing of, like I said, being hot girl summers and things. They got instead of our who are looked at in reverence, instead of having them teach women how to be modest or classy, they teach them how to be promiscuous and be whole. Right. And a lot of them say you can see a woman on the street like, hey, what's up, man? Let me, you'll see her dressed naked, breast all out, booty all out. And so if you go up to her and be like, hey, how much you want? You know what I'm saying for the night? Shit, what? Don't come at me like that. I'm not no hoe. It's like, well, if you're not a hoe, you sure got on a hoe's outfit. Just like Dave Chappelle said that time. He's like, if I went outside dressed like a police officer, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking around. Somebody goes, officer, we need your help. I'm not a police officer.
How would you ever think that?
How would you ever think I was a police officer? That's when I'm dressed like this. Like, if you're not a hoe, you should be on the horse outfit. You know what I mean? You dress like one. It's confusing. You know what I mean?
Right. So, like, the sister that we saw coming out of school that one day, like 2 months ago, was in the baby stroller.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing was out there.
You're right.
I don't know if there was a baby in that stroller or something else, but yeah, it was that example.
That was one of them when we get our police, but like, don't let that $7 sundress cost you $70,000 in child support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let them cheeks being out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be the last thing you see because in prison, you have the child support payments, or a lot of times, but that kind of thing is confusing, man. And that's what they teaching our sisters though. Like, you can be, that's liberation. You being out there naked, that's courageousness and liberation.
Right.
And it's terrible. That's what they teaching our brothers that selling poison to your people.
Right.
Is manly behavior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your life depending on somebody else's death is praise. That's why I tell a lot of the brothers that sell it, bro. Only is that a life you want to live? Like, as long as you continue this person continues to poison and kill themselves every day, that's how you get to eat and live. You're like a vampire.
Right.
You got to suck the life out of somebody else for you to survive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's disgusting, man.
Right. And that's the ways of Esau right there, because that's who he is. He can't survive if he don't suck the life out of something. Right, yeah. That's his whole race.
Mm-hmm. That's a terrible thing. Our people get tied up, instead of saying, man, I'm against it, they're like, hey, they're going to buy from somebody else. Let me go ahead and bite the other side of this neck and suck and drain some of the blood too, instead of trying to protect the brother or protect the sister. It's a terrible situation to be in. But this is what's to come. So when we read this, think about today. Because we in the same time. Right. This just happened to me.
Right.
This is the last time. This time is it. So this is the last captivity. We never going to do this again.
Right.
We going to do so much hell that people going to be put to death. We ain't tolerating homosexual, no drug dealers. We ain't tolerating none of it. People will be getting put to death again behind all of that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, go ahead, Shalom.
And they shall pollute it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 22. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place.
Right. And you know what? And our sanctuaries, things like that. We have back then. We had, they had places where, and it's like today, like the so-called Christian church. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a special place. You know what I'm saying? They polluted. They turned it into a whorehouse, a house of Satan. They ain't using the scriptures to really teach the people how to be better people. They teach them about what is it called, prosperity gospel.
Right.
How to get the bag. How to get the people, different things like that. And that's what you got a lot too. Even with these fake Israelite groups. You know what I'm saying? They pollute you know, something that the Lord has given us as a special thing, a special place,
Right.
you know, like for us to learn and get up out of this hell, and so we can be protected in this last captivity.
Right.
And you know, a lot of these, you know, you got to pollute it, teaching people to, you know, you can rape it, you know, trying to tell brothers that, you know, you can only have one woman, which forces them to accidentally, I guess, sleep transsexual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Got brothers killing sisters and burying, killing sisters because they don't want to find out, they wife to find out that they got another woman, so they go and murder the sister and bury her.
Right.
You know, they have polluted.
And they
the
don't,
secret places.
right? And they don't want their congregation finding out either.
Mhm.
So there's even more of a incentive for them to go ahead and kill the side piece. For the robbers shall enter into it and defile it. Verse 23. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence.
Make a chain.
Verse 24. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. And I will also make the of the strong to seize, and their holy places from the top.
Yeah.
Verse 24, I will bring the worst of the heathen.
The worst of the heathen.
Damn.
And we got the worst of the heathen.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's like I was gonna ask in 23, where it says make a change. Is that talking about like protection, like a fence, like a board, something to keep them out?
Go ahead.
What that actually means is you gotta look at slavery, us being bound together in our sins. You know what I'm saying? Make a change. It's like, you know, the physical, you know, what you could see, the physical representation of that was us being all chained together because of one thing, our sins and iniquities. And we all got destroyed a lot of the times on them slave ships when they take a big old gigantic rock and throw it over the ship. And then, you know, like 100 slaves, you know what I'm saying, will fall off into the ocean behind that.
That's what it's about. You know, make a change. So like you said, for our, get ready for your Christmas.
Right.
Make a change for them because of all the crimes that they committed. Because they
Okay.
evil. You see what I'm saying? You get a change. Like I said, this is the Lord punishing them.
Right.
Get them change ready because you're gonna have to lock a lot of them up, chain a lot of them up, things like that because of, like I said, what it say, all the bloody, what it say,
So the land is full of bloody crime.
yeah, full of bloody crime, you know, and that's what's going on. Look at all the murders that's going on right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make a change. 10 people just got killed downtown. Not what I can say killed. 10 people just got shot downtown.
Right.
Y'all know about that?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I talked about it last week.
Okay,
Kinda.
so 10 people, five sisters.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say sisters, I don't know if they were all sisters, but it was 5 women and 5 men. And
Yeah.
2 of the men died, and one of them was a white man
Kind of.
who
Yeah.
got killed, you know what I mean?
Kind of. Yeah.
So, and then 2 guys just having a wild west shootout at each other over some nonsense.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Then little girl just got shot in the head and murdered,
Yeah.
riding in the car with her family. And another little boy, I think did all of them die? All it's like 3
No,
little kids got shot.
I think there's 2 still on life support. Trinity in Minneapolis, a 6-year-old, she just
She
passed.
died, right.
Yeah.
So you got kids, you know, of the bloody family. Make a change. You know,
Come.
get them handcuffs ready, get them chains ready, because there's gonna be, you know, nation against nation. You know, people against people. Is gonna be, you know, there's war in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's gonna be crime being committed. It's gonna be, you know, like, you know, all the looting and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, the looting and the craziness that's, you know, been happening. You know, all the murders. And that's not in Minnesota. Like, you know, if you go into the other cities, like, I've been hearing brothers everywhere talking about all the violence that's just rampant right now. Go ahead.
Last night, a woman just got killed in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just popped up on my phone. I have an app called Newsbreak. Otherwise, Citizen app. It let everything.
The citizen I just got them. That's dope.
Yeah. So yeah.
Invasive. You know, like they know it.
It's like the homicide is double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this is that's not here. If you look at crime and stuff like that, so that's what this is. You know, like I said, when you think about this, think about now. You know what I mean? Like, picture now, while the Lord said we are in these last times too, just like they they were. Prepare
Right.
to change.
Right.
And there's gonna be a lot of brothers chained up in prison,
Right.
prepared for imprisonment because of the crime that they are going to be committing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's all types of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Brothers getting locked up for, physical crime and what they call blue collar crimes, all the scamming and the scheming going on. And
Right.
there's
Right.
all types of stuff going on, you know. So, so that's another factor, of course, that's where, prepare to change, what they say, get the change ready, make a change,
Right.
and that's what it's talking about, though. So like the brother said, it's absolutely correct. Go ahead, let's keep going.
And the city is full of violence.
Uh-huh.
Verse 24. Wherefore will I bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make.
Right, the worst of the heathen, that's who's that. We know we're dealing with the worst of the heathen.
Right.
In America, we got the worst of the heathen on our neck. They don't have no regard for the young or the old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing to satisfy them.
the blacks that are poor, would you help out the blacks that are poor? It was like, why shouldn't you?
You back up? All right.
You know, it was like, why should we?
Mhm.
I'm like, ain't that something?
So now let's bring that back up. That's good for the for what we talking about. So we back up. So lucky for the technical difficulties. We back up. So we gonna pick back up at Ezekiel 7.
It's 7 and
24, 25.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, we had some internet issues. So we back up. Let me see. If you shared the class, you probably got to share it again. Reshare it because it's a new stream, right?
Nope, same one.
It's the same stream.
Yep, StreamYard is different. Yep.
Oh, that's dope.
It reconnects.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we back up.
It's
So
worth the damn money. Yeah.
all right, let me see. Check that out real quick. Oh yeah, we back in the game.
Yeah. It told me to re-enter to the studio when I did.
Oh, okay,
So,
let's go.
yeah,
So yeah, we back. So we finna get back to it. Go ahead and read that speaker.
Verse 25, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
No, from the top.
Oh,
From
the top of 24?
Pump. Yeah, the
Okay.
one with the pump. What we just talking about. I want to get back because it's cut off around that time.
All right.
So I want the people to get that.
Verse 24, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen.
Right. So we, earlier I know it might have not cut off before then, but we are saying the Edomites, the oppressor that we under right now is the worst of the heathen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are the absolute worst in how they been doing us over 400 years, and they have no intentions on stopping without force. And that's why the Christ is going to have to return and put them in their rightful place, which is utter annihilation, because they are cancer, they are a virus.
Right.
You know what I mean? They are a virus, and so you gotta get rid of the virus.
Right.
Because, like I said, they can't live without sucking the life out of somebody, and they don't know how to live in harmony and peace with the people. We've tried it, and they've shown us countless times that they have no intentions on living peacefully. They want to live with their foot on your neck, draining the life out of you. The absolute worst of the heathen. Go ahead.
And they shall possess their houses.
Mm-hmm.
I will also make on the seas.
And we know if you don't know that these oppressors your house must not have heard of welfare in Section 8.
Right.
Like that, where they told you they're not allowed to. You got grown men hiding in closets. White women coming over to checking the house. You got how they don't need no man because the white man told them they can pay $8 for rent. So they don't need nothing. So all they got to do is go strip, get raw cash, or go prostitute themselves out and pay $8 a rent. They feel like they living good. They taking trips and everything. The baddest broken bee on the planet.
Right.
I'm just,
And then also too, the mortgage crisis that happened during the time of when Barack Obama first got elected. How they stripped all the blacks and Hispanics of them houses.
Oh yeah. When there was this so-called recession.
Right. They call that the biggest wealth misplacement in the black community since there's been such a thing as black community in America.
So yeah, we know how much that was. So that was like a setup. What we like to call the underlay for the overplay.
Right.
They knew that them brothers and sisters couldn't afford it now.
Right.
Let you put all that money into it, take all your money, take the house back, then try to sell it back to you or somebody else.
And then we look at how rich they got off of that because the people that knew that it was going to fail, they knew it. So what they did was they invested in it and put insurance upon their investment. So if things did plummet and go down, they would get the insurance money and get rich. That's what Barack Obama's financial advisor did. She was one of the biggest. She became a billionaire.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she became a billionaire. Penny Princeton or whatever her name is, she became a billionaire.
And that's supposed to be illegal, but they let it,
Right.
I guess they could prove it, but they just didn't care to prove it. Inside of what they be calling like insider trading, like when they you got to give people tips and like people tell you like this is gonna fall, take all your money out. I forget what it's called with the stock. I'm just really getting into it. But
it's like, is that like a form of bankruptcy in a sense?
It really is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a house rupsy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, also too, based on what y'all said, it reminded me of like sharecropping.
I remember how sharecropping was the worst shit ever.
Right.
How like they gave us land to till, but you really couldn't till it because it was broken soil in a sense. You know what I mean? You know, and like you had to put in more, but you was getting nothing out of it. Plus, you had to pay a percentage to the one that you
really
owe.
owned the land.
Yeah,
Right.
it
A
was
lot of
fucked
them got
up.
real bad deals, and like you said, they really should have gave them that land.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, yeah.
So it should have been theirs, you know, and then they could have probably just, you know, did business together or something.
Right.
There was a lot of raw deals, man.
Now they got a new one out. Now they got a new scheme out called mineral rights.
What's that?
Okay. Say you buy a plot of land. Say you buy 20. You get 20 acres of land, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the land is good, right? But being the fact that the devil owns the mineral rights, whatever's produced out of that land, he gets paid off of, even though you own the land.
Oh wow, good night.
You see what I'm saying? That's the same thing. That's modern day sharecropping.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times I've found since I've been, you know, looking at houses, you can buy the house, but you got to make sure you buy the land too, because somebody else will own the land that the house is built on.
Right,
and I was like, well, you know, so when they tell me like, so you got to use that land to make sure that, you know, you buy the land with the house, you know, so they can be a separate thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they can tell you what you can put on it, you know.
Right.
It's weird, man. So
anybody ever seen that movie, The Founder, with the one I was mentioning the other day, with how McDonald's got started? It got started by two brothers, right? So, and the guy that was working with them, he was a milkshake dude. He sold milkshakes to all the, you know, restaurants and everything, the milkshake machines. All right. What happened was he ended up swindling the McDonald's brothers out of McDonald's because he ended up buying the land, you know what I'm saying, and pushing and drove them out. And he became the, you know, king of McDonald's, you know what I'm saying?
So that's what it is. So that's what they say they're gonna possess what?
They will possess their houses.
Right. That was their house, the thing that you build, the thing that you own.
Right.
Come in and take it and make it theirs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, keep going.
I will also make the pump of the strong the seeds.
Like the pump of the strong. So you know, like we were saying earlier before the thing broke off, you know, we got a lot of rich people, a lot of powerful rich people, you know what I'm saying, in our community.
Right.
That instead of, you know, like we said before the thing cut off, you know, they could be, you know, build black banks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They could have black banks in the community where people could, you know, get small business style where they can invest in people, have people, you know, come in and, you know, get loans from them. They qualify, like you come like a professional. Like I love that class where the gentleman was talking about. We didn't make so much progression. But if you ask somebody right now, a black man right now about a black bank or the hospital or a black, you know what I'm saying, airline or, you know, a black bus company, they'd be like, what? But we had in the 19th,
right,
but we supposed to have progressed so far. You see, like all this progression, but when you ask a black man or somebody about a black bank that we had in the 1920s, they have been trying to like, what is that? Never heard of nothing like that.
Right.
The building in Africa.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about it. You know, black airlines, you know, but we progressed so much. We made so much progress in this earth. But we had more back in the 1920s. You know what I'm saying? With Black Wall Street. You know, if y'all don't know about that, go look it up. You know
so like I'll say a little earlier than that because June 1st, 1921, it got destroyed. So I'll say earlier than that.
So earlier than 1920,
yeah. And then also too,
the
the Harlem Renaissance was a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then also too, the Byzantine Empire. Mm-hmm. You find that in Josephus as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, kind of. Yeah.
All right, that's good.
And their holy places shall be defiled.
Right. So you see that already. They got Jesus white, Moses white. They got people twerking in the churches.
Right.
Twerking for in the name of the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got what else? Yes, I don't know, man. They marrying homosexuals in the church. They marrying homosexuals in the name of the Lord. What they doing?
Yeah, so they've been remixing rappers' songs. Like for example, you remember Fetty Wap, "Come My Way"? Jesus, won't you come my way? I was like, good night. And then the hotline bling.
They desperate, man. They just
Yeah.
It's a sign of desperation.
Sad.
They see it. The black man in Lapa is left the church. That's why the church is doing. The church is mostly filled with women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The black man, the majority in general, has pretty much left the church.
Pretty much.
And the ones that still in, who is milking the community, the poverty.
Right.
Yeah, again, we still decided that was another stream of income to milk the community and feed off people's despair. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
Lack of knowledge.
The Ponzi schemers, they there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ponzi schemers are definitely there.
Yeah, so that's that, man. Keep going, let's go.
Verse 25, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
Right. And like I said, and that's what's coming now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the time when this destruction really hit. Like I said, we already dealing with the wars. We got that destruction is over there. I don't know I ain't heard the latest updates, but it was seeming like over in Israel, like the war that's supposed to be in the Middle East that's supposed to spark this World War III that we've been teaching us since 1969.
Right.
I was looking, I'm like, man, that's crazy. It looked like it might even pop off. Man, so I ain't heard about if anybody knows anything that's going on now, but I know they was bombing each other, and that was going to be the thing that brought America and Russia into it.
Right.
Them two, when they get out of hand, America and Russia's going to have to jump in there, that's going to spark it all out for real. But I don't know, like I said, I ain't heard much recently. Like as far as like last couple of days, I just know like last week and things like that. I knew it was crazy.
Right.
I know they still. I haven't heard it stop. So
Right. They got a Band-Aid peace agreement, if a peace agreement at all. It's a Band-Aid.
Okay.
And it's gonna fall straight apart, and they're gonna be getting it in again.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, matter of time. Yeah.
Right. The Palestinians still pissed off that the Jewish man got Israel, and the Jewish man's pissed off that the Palestinians are pissed off that they got Israel, So, I mean, this stuff is just a Band-Aid piece going on right now. It's going on right.
As I said, Lord willing, they keep on, keep on
Right.
Get this thing kicked off. Because they said destruction coming, and we shall seek peace, but there will be none. We're going to be looking for peace, but we've been telling you since 69, the peace is here.
Right.
The sanctuary, the small sanctuary here in I.S.U.P.K. is where you will have peace at.
Damn right.
That's right.
Anything else, anything else is uncivilized.
Right.
Excuse me, but keep going, Swati.
Verse 26. Mischief shall come upon mischief.
Man. So mischief upon me, like people, there's the power on like the what made me think of that term, insult to injury. You heard that term.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like not only is like I said, they allowing homosexuality. If you talk about it, you go to jail. You know what I'm saying? If you say you don't agree with it, they try to force it on your children in the school. They making it a curriculum.
Right.
And my kids, you barely teaching them math and reading, but now you're going to teach them about homosexuality. Like, why do they got to learn about sexuality? They children. Let them be children. They shouldn't have to learn about sexuality right now.
Right.
I don't think we were learning nothing about sex in high school with someone.
Right.
Sex ed and things like that. Like, why do they have to learn
Sixth
about
grade.
Okay.
I learned in sixth grade.
Why y'all trying to teach them about sexuality?
Yeah.
Because they know in scripture, train up a child in
Yeah.
the way that they should go, and they won't turn away from it.
Right.
And so that's what they're trying to train up each child now, teach them like it's okay to feel like that. You just because you admire somebody don't mean you think a brother's cool, think a brother's, you know what I'm saying, strong, and you like, man, I admire that, but I want to be like, I like a lot of your qualities. That don't mean you go have sex with them.
Right.
But they are trying to teach the kids that, that feeling of admiration and respect and reverence that you have for a person. That means that's not, like a woman, like a good.
Salakia, I was going to bring up the class the brothers taught last week when it was subliminal, the homosexuality.
But
now we on Disney Channel.
Everything, everywhere.
Oh, just right out there.
I told him, oh, y'all like that? Naruto. He's homosexual.
Naruto, hey, come on now. Come on now.
Oh, y'all like
Come on
Naruto.
now.
He's homosexual. He turned into a woman. What? He turned into a woman. You ain't know. And he had clouds over his breast. And he make man, and he distracted man, make him bleed out of his mouth. You ain't know that?
He got kids.
Do Naruto turn into a woman?
It's Naruto. Okay.
The homosexual though.
Hey, look, I like Neji. I like Neji. Broccoli's dope.
All of the homosexuals, I seen everybody. I seen all y'all enemy people. All them enemy people. Y'all, and
but
nobody brought that up though.
But
this man was turned into a woman.
Look, it's homosexuality and everything. I'm next. I got a poster at the crib though. I got a poster at the crib. Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I don't.
You saw the poster?
They're gonna gay up all the problems.
Everything,
all
yeah.
the superheroes.
They heathens. They more about
Right.
us. On the other hand, we ain't gay.
Yeah, Spider-Man gonna be wearing the suit with all the booty out of him and everything.
Oh my God.
You know, they're gonna be doing some messed up stuff.
And Netflix put it in every single show. Netflix is gay capital.
You know, Salaki. Y'all remember Cuties? Cuties. Y'all remember that? Where it was little girls, like they was like 6 or 7. They were 6 or 7 and they was, you know, trying to dance and stuff, but they're dancing. I mean, they're like in like hoish clothes. And
that movie, it was a movie.
Yeah, called Cuties. Yeah, it's still on there till this day.
Yeah, that should be looked at like child pornography.
Yeah. And they was bashing Netflix for it, but they still never took it off. Yeah,
because that's what they pushing. You know what I'm saying? They want that's what's okay. That's the insult to injury. That's the mischief upon mischief.
Yeah, yeah.
Mischief upon mischief. You know what I'm saying? Not only they want to do we call it the Pandora's box. So, okay, LGBTQ. Then they put the mischief. That's the mischief. Then the upon mischief is the plus.
Right.
Which is the pedophilia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So mischief upon mischief. Not only do they want. Hey, they can't help who they love. I can't help that I love this little boy, and I'm a grown man. I can't help who I love.
Right.
And that's what they're doing. So,
dudes
mischief upon mischief.
Right. Dudes gonna be marrying their dogs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get way out of hand. Watch.
And the Christian church gonna marry in the name of the Lord.
Right. Exactly. And rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest.
Look, there go. You know what I'm saying? That's when the truth was taken. You know what I mean? Right. The truth was taken. They gonna see it, but it was taken. But now, you know what I'm saying? It's been given back to us. Right. In the I.S.U.P.K, Uncommanded General YAHANNA. Right. The truth is we given back. The priests and prophets of the Lord is back in the earth. With the truth. But back then it said, read that again.
But the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And when I think of, like I said, when I think about today, you can, like you said, you look at the Christian church now, where everybody looked at as they priest, and as they, you know what I'm saying. What did it say? What was that second part? It said.
But the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients.
Right, and that's what people went to from their counsel. They look like when they counselors and they priests. But then, like you said, now they never singing rap songs. You know what I'm saying? To try to get people, they telling people they didn't know they handed. Some of them even got enough sense to hand over their keys to the man of the Lord and say, "Look, take this church. I am the blind leading the blind." You know what I'm saying? So you got preachers and priests giving up their churches. You know what I mean? You got some of them. They're just in there, like you said, they just tell them like that's sealed up. You know, the people you ask them questions about Revelation, like that book is sealed. Nobody understands that.
Right. That's what they say too. Nobody understands. Like it's impossible to understand.
In Revelation, that's sealed up. The Lord got to come and explain that. Like, what? Yeah, you got it's like we were talking about. Nobody got 100% true. Like, so why is you? Well, we ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to deal with somebody who ain't got the truth?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's like Quinayala used to always like teach and say like there's people out there like other fake Israelite groups that say, you know, we only believe in the Old Testament. Like, why the fuck would you want to select? Why would you want to follow somebody that has half of a book, half of the truth? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like why? I mean, why just take some of it but not all of it?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all here for a reason.
It's like when they wouldn't have book that they said they read references. The New Testament references Christ.
Yeah. Same thing that the Old Testament says. Says the New Testament says the same thing, just like the Apocrypha.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, better yet, they all reference each other. Christ reference Moses, Ezra's reference Yahweh, et cetera, et cetera. You feel me? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It sounds stupid.
So,
verse 27. The king shall mourn,
mm-hmm.
and the prince shall be clothed with desolation.
The kings, you know what I'm saying? The kings in these places, your presidents, your Vatican, with the popes, your popes, and your Muslim leaders and Christian leaders.
Right.
You know, like, is this your king? You know what I'm saying? They gonna be mourning and desolate. You know.
And the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled.
Mm-hmm. And we see what's going on with them. And one they trouble or whatever they call it.
Right.
So YAHANNA trouble.
I will do unto them after their way.
I will do unto them after. You're gonna get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? However you moving in these streets, the things you reap what you sow. The energy you put out is what's gonna come back.
Right.
I will read that again.
I will do unto them after their way. After
their way. That's how you moving. That's the way you want to move. That's the way you going. That's how you feel. All right. You're going to be judged upon that.
Right.
All right.
And according to their deserts will I judge them.
According to their deserts. And I had to look up my deserts. I didn't even know. But it's about, when you look up the word desert, it's about, like you said, the things that you have done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you deserve.
What you deserve.
Oh, okay.
The things that you've done. Like look up that word desert real quick. It says, according to, what you have done. You know what I'm saying? That's what your punishment will be. Your punishment will be based on the things you have done.
I got it.
Go ahead.
You said dessert. DESERT.
Yeah, DESERTS.
Yeah, RTS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, desserts. I think it's the same thing. Yeah. First definition says, Salakia. 1 second, Salakia. No, that's not it, Salakia. It says such land having a very warm climate or receiving less than. No, that's not it.
Deserts. It's spelled the same.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
And then the other one is a chocolate sundae.
I got it. Well, actually, it just gives two definitions in Merriam-Webster dictionary.
The one I got, it says a person's worthiness or entitlement to reward or punishment.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah,
that's one. A person's worthiness.
Yeah.
So we read that scripture part again. What it say?
And according to their deserts will I judge them.
Right. According to that person's worthiness or entitlement to reward or punishment.
Yeah.
So if you've been doing, what is your deserts? What do you deserve? What have you been doing? You know what I'm saying? Have you been putting out good energy? Have you been helping the people? Have you been out there teaching people to keep the law, statutes, and commandments and keeping them yourself? Or have you been polluting the word of the Most High? Have you been, being disgusting out there, putting stumbling blocks in front of people because of your behavior? Because like you said, a lot of people hear what you say, but if you're not acting accordingly, it don't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when when we teach brothers, when you got brothers coming in and they have, different issues, like they've been smoking, we tell brothers, like, don't bum a cigarette from somebody on the street. When you battling, you try to kick it every day. You smoke less this week. Every week, cut down. You know what I'm saying? You probably can't quit cold turkey, but show the Lord that you battle. You smoking a pack a day, You know, and go down to maybe a half a pack. But when you smoke cigarettes, go smoke them in the same place where you would go to have to take a dump outside. That's when you go smoke that cigarette.
Right.
Yeah, you want to make it a disgusting thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do this thing like and put a stumbling block in front of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That, you smoking about you making them think that this is okay. No, this is disgusting.
Right.
So then you should, don't even smoke it in your house, because when you come home, you're gonna be smelling. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in your bedroom. Like I said, if you had to poop outside, if you had to do it outside, where would you go to do it at? That's where you go do that disgusting behavior that you're planning on doing.
Right.
Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to make this thing, something that's, can put a stumbling block in front of somebody else.
Right.
Okay? Because people look at what you do, they hear what you say, but they do what you do. Especially like children. People try to find any reason not to serve the Most High.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess I gotta go back to smoking dope, because that brother, you know what I'm saying? That brother over there smoking, you know what I'm saying? That brother over there did something. What the brother say? What brother said? What he said? Because that brother, like, this thing gonna go back smoking dope because I got another life. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga left the truth. He left the truth because he got a one life. Yeah, you ain't supposed to have more than like. What that got to do with you smoking crack?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was funny. He said that's why one of the brothers left the truth. Man, I was down. But no, that's but you gonna get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be mindful of the things that you do, the energy that you put out to the streets. Like I said, what's that scripture that talks about when you help one of these little ones?
Yeah, if you harm one of these little ones, it would be
like a
millstone,
the
rock
other
millstone.
one, that if anybody who help the children, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
they will be blessed too. Like if anybody,
a
glass of water.
I think it's still the same chapter, Matthew. Matthew. Yeah.
Any work that you put in, the Lord, looks at that. That you help the people. Like maybe you can't get out here and get on the front lines with us in battle, but you can, donate to the school, donate clothes, donate funds, do something to help the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So read that part one more time.
And according to their deserts will I judge them.
And that's how the Lord's gonna judge them. Keep going.
And they shall know that I am the Lord.
And that's that. And that's what he keep on saying, in the good and the bad. Like, when I come through and I destroy everybody and I chop off all their heads, they gonna know I'm the Lord. When I come through and give them all the desires of their heart, they gonna know I am the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And so, it ain't like a Christian church when they tell you, God is all love, and that wasn't all love right there.
Right, now.
You're gonna get what you deserve. It ain't gonna be all that night. If you ain't gave all love, don't expect all love. You know what I'm saying? And us who been in the truth, we understand, that walk in, that nice footing behind when you get when you
right.
You do something you ain't supposed to be doing.
Right.
He was coming in, young man. The Lord don't play no games with you. There's a firm chastising that comes when you have made these oaths. This is another level. So with that, man, support this truth, man. We got some amazing cookouts coming up in Chicago. Anybody got the dates? Anybody got the dates real quick?
It's July 22nd through the 24th, I believe.
I know, I'm talking about for all of them.
All of them.
Put them all real quick. I know Captain, I think he just put it up. Excuse me. He just put it up on his. I know I had one of
got it. Okay.
So we got, let's see. We got it's coming up first, July 21st. Well, that one is the 22nd through the 24th.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And then you got New York, it's August through the 21st. You ain't gonna want to miss none of these. The Chicago Fire Week, the New York joint. Texas is October 7th through the 10th. Las Vegas, we're going to be in Las Vegas. Turn it up, it's going to be November 11th through the 14th. And then we got Florida, December 2nd through the 6th. So right when we in winter, definitely gonna go get some of that sun. They got a yacht party. They got a yacht party in Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Yeah, they got a yacht party playing down there in Florida, man. Captain Tazar calling it the yacht party.
Yeah, the yacht party, yeah.
They got a yacht party going on. So, man, if you want to, in those areas, man, you want to get, with the UPK, get with some of the heavy hitters, get under Commander Junior YAHANNA's authority and leadership, man, and learn these truths and come kick it with the real priests and prophets of the Lord, man, and see what men and women of the Lord is really like, man. Come and get to those events. All right, go on I.S.U.P.K.com website, you can see these same events. It's going to be glorious, man. We're going to have a great time. All right, I'll show you, how real, like I said, how you party and hang out and kick it in the name of the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With none of the disgustingness that y'all do with all the, reveling that y'all do in the world. Come see how righteous men kick it and righteous women and virtuous women hang out together, all right, and love one another, and the brotherhood and the sisterhood is unmatched. So you ain't gonna want to miss it. So with that, we're gonna get into the prayers again.
Marjorie.
Here you go.
All right.
Come on, give me a second.
Down. Come on. Keep going. Perfect. No. So second priest. That's what you're saying. Just keep right there. Right there. Grab that.
One like it down, face the east. Do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kadash. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Radazak. Aisha. Baharak. Kawa. Shemayim. Now. Come. Call. Yawam. Masalak now. That's a lock now. Walking now. Wala Nabaya now. Banasai one. A ball. I was shy now. Ayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Malakwa. Allah. Watapar. Lawalayum. Aman.
We just said it in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Alaharim. Mayan. Yaba'ah. Azariah. Ain. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Warakaza. Ayatan. Namawat. Ragalka. All Yanawam. Shamarka. Hanak. Yanawam. Wala. Yershan. Shamar. Yashala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Zalka. Al. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Shamash. Yakaka. Wayarak. Wayala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Call. Right. Yashamar. Apnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazawaka. Wabawaka. Mayata.
Mayata.
Why?
Why?
I will love.
Alone. Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Israel shall not sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
The
evil.
Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going
The
out
Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
This time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. Prayer for the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Baba Kasha.
Baba Kasha.
Thunder now.
The thunder now.
Hakak.
The Ka.
Hakak.
The Ka.
Rapa'a.
La'a'a.
Kau Makala.
Kal Makala.
Kau Marawa.
Kal Marawa.
Hakak.
The Ka.
Latahar.
The Har.
Amatazarayim.
Amazazran.
Hakak.
The Ka.
Lahakim.
The Hakim.
Hamakim.
Hamakim.
Hakak.
The Ka.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Garsha.
Garsha.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The Waraman.
Wa'alaman. Prayer for the power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal
The power to heal
all manner of sickness.
all manner of sickness
And all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name Yahushua.
Thank you. So
Thank
be
you.
it.
So be it. Power, the blessed Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanau.
Barak Lanau.
YAHANNA.
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 The party.
Safari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rafa'ah.
Rafa'ah.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Hagan.
Say the name of levels once, everyone repeats the name once.
Israelite school I.S.U.P.K.
Israelite school I.S.U.P.K.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Minnesota.
I.S.U.P.K. Minnesota.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Cliff,
Cliff.
Maddie,
Mary.
Charles,
Charles.
the Wilds,
The Wild.
the Common Life.
The Common Night.
All of Israel.
All
All
of
of
Israel.
Israel.
Israelite school U.P.K.
Israelite school I.S.U.P.K. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The Waraman.
The word Amen. Pray to bless Israel in English. What we just said was, Lord,
Lord.
in the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
bless us and Israel,
Bless us and Israel.
and the school.
And the school.
Bless,
Bless.
heal,
Heal.
shield,
Shield.
protect,
Protect.
our loved ones.
Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
thank you, so be it.
Thank you. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Al-Damayah.
Al-Damiyah,
Lakah.
Lakab,
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash,
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat,
Oh. Yahana.
Yahanna,
Awabyaka.
Awabnika,
Yahama.
Yaham,
Yawan.
Yawan,
Rash.
Rash,
Yayamwa.
Yayam,
Sawara.
Sawat,
Wayata.
Wayat, Tazawa,
Atazwapaka.
Ataswapampa,
Amawa.
Amar,
Akawa.
Warakidam,
Magalia.
Gali,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yazakar.
Issachar,
Sham.
Sham,
Yashala.
Yasha'al,
Iwara.
Iwara,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Natazawa.
Tazawa,
Naba'a.
Ba'at,
Yakadwa.
Yakad,
Aliyaka.
Ayat,
Baria.
Bariyat,
Yakaratwa.
Yabarat,
Alia.
Ali,
Rawam.
Arawam,
Wa.
Wa,
Yashimai.
Shemai,
Aliyat. Al-Ayam.
Al-Ayam,
Moaba.
Moab,
Al-Gari.
Al-Gar,
Ball.
Babal,
Waimawan.
Wamwan,
Waimalak.
Mamlat,
Alashat.
Alashat,
Ain.
Ain,
Yashabi.
Yashabi.
That's a war.
That's a war.
Gum.
Gum.
Eshawar.
Ashwar.
Nalawa.
Lawa.
Imam.
Amam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zarwa.
Zarwa.
Banya.
Banya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Selah.
Selah.
Asha.
Asha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasiyasara.
Kasiyasara.
Ayabit.
Ayabit.
Manakao.
Manakao.
Yashma.
Yashma.
Nashamadwa.
Nasumaru.
Bayan.
Bayan.
Daara.
Daara.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Adama.
Adam.
Shayatamwa.
Shatam.
Nara.
Nara.
Ya.
Ya.
Mawa.
Mau.
Kayorab.
Kaura.
Wakazaaba.
Wakazaab.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabat.
Wakazazal.
Wakatizol.
Manai.
Manai.
Call.
Ko.
Nasayakamwa.
Nasaikum.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Nairasha.
Nairasha.
Nawa.
Now.
Ah.
Ah.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Ayatamwa.
Ayatamwa.
Kagalka.
Kagal.
Kwash.
Kwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Araka'a.
Araka.
Kash.
Kash.
Tayabara.
Tabar.
Yara.
Yaw.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalab.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Hari.
Hari.
Khan.
Khan.
Dardama.
Dardama.
Basaraka.
Nasaraka.
Babasa.
Basa.
Pakta.
Pati.
Tabalaham.
Dabalaham.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kalawan.
Palawan.
Wabakashwa.
Wabakashwa.
Ka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Bashwa.
Bashwa.
Waba'awa.
Wabaw.
Idea.
Ai.
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 Wakapawa.
Wakapawa.
Wabadwa.
Wabadwa.
Wadawa.
Wadaw.
Kayata.
Kayata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Babaka.
Baka.
Aliyawan.
Ayawan.
Aya.
Ai.
Ka.
Ka.
Kaharakaza.
Arakaza. Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence,
See not thy silence.
O God.
O God.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still,
Be not still,
O God.
O God.
For lo,
So lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
Thy enemies make us tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee,
have lifted up the head.
lift it up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden
and
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them off
let's cut them off,
from being a
be in
nation,
the nation.
that the name of
The
Israel
name of Israel,
may be no more remembered.
no more remember,
They have consulted together
because they have consulted together.
with one consent. They are confederate against
They
thee.
are confederate against thee,
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites,
and the Israelites,
of Moab
Moab,
and the
the
Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gebal
Baal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of
the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur
So
is also joined with
is
them.
also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
I
light.
hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Lot.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
to the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
brother to son,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make the nobles like Oreb,
Make the nobles like a rail,
and like Zeb.
like Zeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all the princes at Zabak,
all the princes of Zeba,
and at Zalamun,
and that's Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the houses of God in
the
possession.
houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on
and
fire.
as the same flood the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
Persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid of thy storm.
make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
For the faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that we may seek thy name,
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be
that
confounded,
they can be confounded,
in trouble forever.
in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to
let
shame
them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know that thou,
that men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
art the most high over all the earth.
I.S.U.P.K power structure. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and
King of
earth,
heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
the name Yahweh Shai,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and
So
curses,
he was a curse,
and punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against
that
us,
speak against us,
thy
our
prophets,
prophets,
the teachers,
teachers,
the princes,
princes,
the
the
priests,
priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brothers,
and the school.
in the school.
Send evils and
Send
curses,
evils and curses,
punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose
and shake loose
the treasure
the treasure
of the rich of
of the
Israel
rich of Israel
that refuse to give to the
that
school.
refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches
Force the riches
to enter into thy
to
sanctuary.
enter thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction
to the
to
Edomites
the Edomites
and the
and the
nations,
nations,
and their drug
and their
dealers,
drug dealers,
the court
the
system,
court system,
the prison system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux
Ku Klux
Klan,
Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
Pasikomatasi,
Pasikomatasi,
the gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
natural space program,
national space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet
open up the internet
and the
and
airwaves,
the airwaves,
the cable access channel
cable access channels,
and the radio
and the
channel.
radio channels.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop us,
and bring swift
to
destruction
bring swift destruction
to all the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in the way
stand in the way
or try to stop
or
us
try to stop us
from broadcasting your word
broadcast your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
And
plagues,
loose all the plagues,
cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and fro
through the earth
to the earth
and consume
and
them.
consume them.
Let the plague shake
The plague shake
the house of the thief
the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel,
come down with the flying saucers,
down with the flying saucer,
punish all the heathen
punish all the heathen
that come up against
come
us
up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Call
Cause to be known by all.
that is the angels that have done it.
That's the angel
Cause to be spread through the
that
media
cause to be spread through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake us that come.
In the name of Yahushua,
Name Yahushua,
thank you always.
you always.
So be it.
So be it.
So
So,
He says, help him out. Go on.
okay. This concludes the Sabbath service.